can be salty back at you humor. How do you survive barracks life? And that's Spartan humor, homie. Now let's push that sled. Hottest thing on ice.
You're not normal, but
It's
you're
not an
very.
insult,
You're
Joe.
like a regular person.
I don't slap in the mug.
I don't mean you're very eccentric, so you're not normal. I mean, try find another David Lee Roth. But you do like you just go out there and go on these little adventures. Yeah, depending on
Do you
how
hear the
high you
Texas
are.
accent? It's just sliding right in there.
Yeah.
Accents are music.
Yeah.
Nobody's born with an accent.
I know.
Órale, ese. What are you trying to say to me, loco? If I was going to meet Prince Harry and Meghan, I'd give him some salty humor. I go, oh, what a wonderful child. I certainly hope he was born with a proper accent. Can you imagine if that kid got to be king and he'd sound like a California beach boy from Santa Barbara? Dude, you are so voked.
Voked?
Revoked.
Oh. Is that the opposite of woke?
Dude, I so hereby voke you.
Wow.
I haven't been to Santa Barbara recently.
I think they just have no accent.
There is a California
like
Val speak kind of a
little valley
beach
speak. Yeah.
kind of whatever. Yeah. Remember when you got through points and you thought, I don't even know if I can continue this. I really don't. When that dark dog comes up at night and says, you're going to fail. You are never going to make it. How'd you get through that? You gave him what's called a Texas hanky. Out this side. If you're going to Panama, who even knows where that is? But it sounds a lot like órale. And I've said that 10 million times. Debbie Sierra took me to the prom, put $20 in my pocket and said, we're going to the prom at high school. Órale. Can you dig? And it was right in your head. You follow? So how do you feel like Panama? What's tropical? What's exotic? What's a little bit dangerous?
I understand what you're trying to convey in your songs, but I'm saying, what does it feel like to know that your songs have impacted millions and millions of people? Like, is it a satisfying feeling? Do you feel like a life well lived? Like, what does it feel like?
I feel like we've made a contribution. I think we added. I feel like, contribution is my word. If you have to choose a word, pick a word. What is your word?
Me?
What's your word?
I don't know.
Pick one.
I have to think about that
You're
for a
on the
while.
spot now. Mine's contribution.
Yeah, I don't think I would pick a spot. I'd have to think.
Contribution.
What
What's yours?
I don't know.
What is your law? Do you have one? And when you have a law or a word, doesn't matter if you win or lose. Serious. I was in radio for 4.5 months when Stern went.
I remember. I remember.
What have you been fired from?
What was? How was that?
What have you ever been fired from?
Was that devastating? Getting fired from that gig?
Are you kidding? What have you been fired from? McDonald's? Proud of it. Alex Van Halen and I, same thing. We put in 5 years compared to year 3. The average is 2.5, maybe. Follow.
Just constantly jamming, doing multiple shows, constantly. Isn't that it's detailed in the book, The Outliers, right? Is it The Outliers? I think it is. There's a book.
Outliers.
Yeah, that they talk about how when the Beatles emerged, people don't realize they had so many hours of playing, and it's one of the reasons why they're so good. So they were playing so often, constantly.
It is really hardcore training, and that's when you build who you are. That's where you develop your ingredients.
Yeah.
When I was coming up in music, that was the regular, because there were bands at every club. Every bar had to have a live band. To afford the speakers and the turntable and the music, you had to have a live band. And you would tear off the left-hand side of the Billboard chart and learn it. Alex and I went through a list just recently that we found of 120 songs that we could play at the drop of a hat by everybody you could imagine, from Smoke on the Water to Get Down Tonight. That's where we learned to sing. Get down tonight, get down tonight. We didn't have keyboard, so you better sing. You better sing a cover. That's why Mike Anthony was so unique. His bass playing, yeah, we can find bass players, but nobody sounds like that. That's Garfunkel. Simon's good, but Simon and Garfunkel. Where do you think you built that? Thousands and thousands of vocal training hours, so that when Mike and I sing, you recognize it like Hendrix's guitar. You may never have heard the song before, and you go, that's Hendrix. Signature sound, like Rod Stewart's voice. You may never have heard the song before, you go, that's Rod. Yeah, it is. And in our backgrounds, like Motown, that only comes from thousands of hours. Where do you learn to have the temetry to stick with that? I learned it at the dojo. I learned it in my first singing lessons. You dig it? My first singing coach, Jesus, that was also my first real experience with tattoos. We started off talking about tattoos. My first singing coach had 2 tattoos. He had a number right here, and he had another number right there. And he would say at least once a year, this is my camp number, and this is the number why I was still alive. He played piano and he sang in Auschwitz.
Jesus.
He was there for 3 years. Kurt Blumenthal, okay? And he used to tell me, Mr. Roth, sing as if your life depended on it. Can you imagine a gig where one bad review literally puts you up the chimneys? And that was another expression he would use. It's in the music. It's in my voice. It's in every Van Halen song you hear. Mr. Van Halen taught it to his sons. Jan Van Halen and I were very good friends. And he would tell his sons about when the bombing would start and they would all move into the subway tunnels, and he would play saxophone for everybody hiding during World War II. Every time I sing as if my life depended on it. Does that make sense?
It does. I think this is a good way to wrap this up. That's a perfect way to wrap it up. Dave, it's always a pleasure, my friend.
More than ever, Joe.
It is. More than ever. Thank you very much.